The room goes quiet. Jacob is the son of a god and is supposed to save these people from the evil White Prince Xander, who is slowly conquering the 12 races of this magical world. And there's no way to go back home. They're stuck here. When Xerxes goes into no way to come back home, Addison finally speaks up. She says, "What about that monster that attacked our school and killed our classmates? What is that?" And Roz quickly is like, "Monster? Can you describe it?" And they do. It's like the big feathery wings, claws, oversized head, big eyes, needle-like teeth, nasty creature. And Roz is like, was there like a small person dressed in all black? Did you see him? Do you see him there? And Addison's like, "No, but I wasn't really looking. Kind of focused on the monster." But Roz is like, he was there. The boy, his name, or we call him Blackhand. He dresses in all black. He is one of the 12 races. He's a nymph. The creature, Blackhand's monster, he calls it Miranda, but we have no idea what it is or where it came from. They showed up after Xander appeared, and Xander has been using them as like his assassins. Blackhand and the Miranda will go out and scope situations before, kill leaders, and they're not good. They dirty their hands with that the White Prince doesn't want to get dirty himself. They're like they suck. Roz really doesn't like Miranda and the Blackhand. We don't know where they came from. Nobody has like seen a nymph since this all started. None of us have been over to. So imagine the clock. Xander's at the top. They're currently here. The nymphs are all the way around at 7 o'clock. So, and we're at 3. So nobody's been there. All we know is that this one nymph dressed in all black, he has some sort of like magical powers. He can like teleport. We've seen him just like disappear after he attacks something. And the Miranda, you've seen the nasty stuff it can do. And we don't know much about them, but we know they work for Xander and they are messed up. Addison goes, "Well, what's important is that you guys know who they are, and they were in our world, which means that somehow the White Prince figured out how to send people from this world back. So, if we figure out how he did it, then we can go back too." Jacob really latches onto this. He's like, that's a great idea. We should I will help you guys fight the White Prince while also trying to find a way to send my friends Marcus and Addison back home. And so that's the plan. Addison figured it out, and now it's time to move. So, our squad, they're currently in like a cave in the deserts in the shifting sands of Ra, and they head out. Now, shifting sands, giant, like sandstone caverns. It's like a maze with these like sandstone walls, and the ground is all sandy. You can't like climb out and walk above the maze because there's a horrible storm going on all the time. Somewhere in this maze is a gate to the actual city of Ra. But Xander has been trying to get through this maze for a long time to conquer Ra, but he can't get an army through because nobody knows the way. So this is where Xander has really been held up, and this is where they're hiding out now. So they start marching through. They need to get from 3 on the clock all the way to 9, where the Seraphs are, and the Sword of Storms is being held for Jacob to wield and save the day. They're walking through these shifting sands, the 3 humans and their animal friends, when they get attacked by sand beasts. These sand beasts are like, I don't know, like 6-legged buffalo lizard things that like go through the sand, jump up and fight. Nothing to worry about, because our companions are mighty warriors. We got Jacob, Addison, and Marcus, not mighty warriors. They kind of just watch this whole fight go down. We have Roz, the lizard man, who was pretty hot-headed when somebody said that Jacob was not the son of God, and also really didn't like Sai or Black Hand. He has these like metal gauntlet gloves, and he can shoot out with like little chains on them. So he like chains the like knife here, glove, chain, the knife shoots out. He can like latch onto like the walls and pull himself around with that and like slash and stuff. He's crazy, spinny, flying through the air. We have Ellie, the Eloir, the owl lady. She's there too. She flies with her giant wings and has a spear that she like stabs into these beasts, and when she like stabs, she breaks the top off, and like a new little like top of the spear comes back. She like flips it, and a new spearhead comes. So she like flies through, stabs, flips around, flies again. We got Xerxes. He's a bit old. He's kind of got a limp, but it seems like he has some sort of like mechanical leg or something. And he's got a big old axe, and he's just chopping. We have Talk and Telby, the cat people. Telby is riding on the back, throwing like knives and stuff at these beasts, and Talk has this giant sword he's like sweeping with. Sometimes Telby will like jump off, land on the beast, give a little stab, and like backflip back onto Talk's back. All this like crazy gymnast warrior stuff going on. There's also one last like non-human. His name's Ned. He's pretty small. He's really small, but he's got like 4 arms and like goggles, and he's like kind of hairy, kind of like roundish, like kind of wobbles around with these 4 arms. He's not really like doing much in the fight, but he looks at Jake and he like whispers like, "Hey, you see that? You see those like the mechanical leg, the gauntlets and stuff? I made that. That's us. The gnomes. We make that stuff." At one point, like a beast like charges Jacob and Ned, and like Ned just like throws like a little disc or something, it, like explodes in the mud, so like rolls away. It's like, don't worry about it. That's me. I'm the engineer. It is this moment when Jacob really like starts to understand how absolutely insane this thing is. He is on another world with these animal like warriors, and they're like doing this crazy fighting stuff around him, and he and Marcus and Addison are just standing there like, they what are they gonna do? They can't help their kids. And so he is here with these warrior animals, and he is supposed to save them. What is he gonna do? Well, I guess he'll have to go and figure it out. But that is our squad, and let's get moving.